Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I'm Paula, as you know, and I'm currently the stage manager of Shrek the Musical, which is touring the UK.
Look at that. We're frozen. If you can hear us. Oh, look, there we are. Go for it. No. Yeah.
Yes.
School Wi-Fi. Yes, carry on. Go for it.
I also co-produce a small Shakespeare company that is doing groundbreaking theatre as well. That's international, so as well, national and international. So that's what I do.
All right, over to you guys.
Where did you train?
So for stage management, you normally would go to a drama school quite often. That's the most common thing. But actually, I did things a bit differently. I trained at the Brit School with Sam, and then I went to De Montfort University and studied theatre with the complete intention of being a performer. So that was my ambition. And then at 24, 25, I was out of work as an actress, as you are, and a friend of mine who'd been a technician of a show that I'd just done had got a job at Phantom of the Opera in the West End and said, did I want to come do some follow spotting? And I was like, geez, I've never done that before, but yeah, sure, I'm up for it. You know, it's a job, and it's... Anyway, I fell in love with technical theatre. I loved the fact that you could influence a show without having to be the person on stage. And then set my sights at stage management, and basically would take any job anybody would give me for no money or any minimal money, whatever people would do. And I impressed the stage manager at Phantom of the Opera, and I asked if I could be an ASM DEP, Assistant Stage Manager DEP, which, if you don't know what that is, that's basically somebody that knows the assistant stage manager's tracks and will come in and cover if someone was sick or anything like something like that, which is very common in the West End.
Paula.
Hey, hello.
Yeah. You said knows the stage manager's tracks.
Yes.
What's a track?
Okay, so the plot that they do. So within a show, you have everybody. It's called. I mean, even the cast, what they do on the show is called a track. So our plot, so what basically everything that we do within a show. So the ASMs tend to do prop movements, paging for the actors, making sure everything is there, set and ready. So they have usually have a stage right and a stage left ASM plot or track. On bigger shows, I mean, you might even have more ASMs, but usually it's one either side. You then have a deputy stage manager, which is the person that calls the show, which is essentially you have the book in front of you with all the cues. And like a musical director is the conductor of the music, the deputy stage manager is the conductor of the show, is the best way of describing that. And then you have the stage manager, which overviews everything. So make sure everything happens in the right way, and they have their own track as well. So that's usually the combination that you have, particularly in a big musical. Different in plays, you have less people usually because it's not so busy. I've gone a bit off topic because you asked where I studied. The truth is, I didn't. The stage manager of Phantom of the Opera eventually took me on as an ASM DEP and told me all the books to read and what to learn, and I made sure I studied myself and studied in the show. And eventually I applied for a full-time job there and got it. And so my studies was essentially at Phantom of the Opera in the West End, which is a bit unusual, I appreciate. But it's a real mix of, when you sort of meet people in stage management, most 80% have gone to drama school. There's about 20% of people that have worked their way up from being crew or doing something else. So yes, drama school is the better option because there is this, I've been doing this now for 13 years and there is still stuff that I come across that I don't know and I have to go and learn. because I didn't study stage management, but it's getting less and less the more I do. So there you go. That's a real long-winded answer to your question. I apologise.
Very detailed.
That's great.
Okay.
What does your job actually consist of?
As a stage manager, the main thing is making sure the show runs perfectly. Now, live theatre shows doesn't run perfectly, so it's to be able to think quickly on your feet, to be able to make a decision on essentially not stopping the show and the audience getting the best experience. So, you know, for example, last night we've got a new, I don't know, have you guys ever seen Shrek the musical? It's really okay if you haven't. You have?
No, because you have not come to Bristol yet. August. They'll go and see it in August,
No,
obviously.
August. And actually I won't be with the show then, so apologies. But I'll make sure somebody can show you around. So there's the bridge scene. So have you seen the film? Yeah. So Shrek the Musical is based on the first film, like almost some of it word for word. So there's a bridge scene when they're going over to the Dragon's Keep to go and try and rescue the princess, and we have, because we're in a theatre that's too small for us right now, we have a new bridge. And last night we couldn't get the bridge together in time. So essentially I had to make the decision to cut one of the ropes. So we didn't stop the show. So, and the audience would have never have known any different other than the fact we were missing one of the ropes on the bridge. So it's that kind of thing. The boring side of it is health and safety. The people side of it is making sure the cast are okay. The people side of it I love. You know, you're there to work with the cast and work with the company. You're also there to work with, you know, there's so much behind the scenes that people don't. There's more technical people on this show than there is cast. So behind the scenes there is Alex, there is so electrics, which is lighting, there is wardrobe, so for all the quick changes, there is wigs and makeup, there is sound department, there's stage management, you know, and so there's a lot of people backstage, and then also as a stage manager to be able to make sure that they do their job to the best that they require it to be. So they'll come to me going, can we change this? And I'll sort of assess the situation and go, oh, yes, we can, or actually, no, we can't do this for several other reasons. So you really are the overview of the show. Excuse me. That answers your question.
Right, Rob.
Do you have any advice for inspiring people who want to be stage managers like yourself?
Advice for stage management? Do everything you can. I mean, if you're trying to get into the industry, just try to. If somebody offers you a job and you're free, even if it doesn't pay very much, take it. The more you do, the more you learn. Funny enough, be a good person, which I know is a bit ridiculous to say, but actually there's a lot of people in this industry that are not very pleasant. And if you're not one of them, then actually you work well with people. People want to work with you again, and then you get invited back to work again. And the more that you do, the better it is. Probably the best option is to go to drama school, but like I said, you don't have to. But it is a struggle if you don't. My phone just gone off and really loud. If you can hear that, that's Darth Vader. I tell you what, I will have a think about some advice, if that's all right, and I'll message Sam, because I want, if you guys plan to be stage managers, is that what you'd like to do?
No, they're researching. Well, they're researching. They have to research as part of the unit they're doing on the BTEC, which we did, which is a bit different now. But they have to research different roles in performing arts and different parts of the business. So they're chatting with you now, and they're going to chat with a friend of mine who's the director in Birmingham, and they'll chat to an actor, friend of mine as well, just to get a really good idea of like a broad range of what what different roles are available, because when we were at Brit School, no one really told us about any of this, did they? You know. Oh, now you've gone silent. Oh no! Listen, P, can you hear us? Right. Okay. Good. You've answered really brilliantly those questions, and I'm really, really thankful that you have. So thank you so much for that. Do you want to just say thanks?
Thank you.
Okay. But as far as that advice thing, yeah, if you do message me, then I can forward that on to them, and then I'll call you or message you or do something soon so I can find out when we can meet up, because we're not going to see you in August now. Yeah. Okay, I can't lip read. But I'll call you. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll wait. We're waiting.
Right.
You need a pen. Hold on. That's okay.